More than 560 fires are raging across Canada right now, including this one in Newfoundland, near Chance Harbour on the Bonavista Peninsula. It's burning out of control and has grown to around 1,200 hectares in size. The flames have destroyed several cabins but are now pushing northeast away from communities. Ryan Pitts knows the Chance Harbour area like the back of his hand. His family has cabins there, and he was on the water when the fire started. As flames tore through the woods, Ryan rushed back in his boat, hoping to help, only to witness the devastation firsthand. Today, he joins us from Canning's Cove in Newfoundland, where the smoke is still visible from his window. And Ryan, as I mentioned, you were on the water as the fire swept through Chance Harbour. Can you tell us, what did you see and how quickly did it spread?
It's hard to describe. It was unbelievable. We initially it just looked like some fog rising off the pond, and then it started seeing some black smoke, and it was easy to tell it was definitely more to it. So we reached out to the Coast Guard and reported it, and within hours it was it spread 5 to 6 kilometers down to the cabin area. It was I'd never thought a fire could go so fast, but it ran rapid and it just took off. It's unbelievable.
And Ryan, I understand, so your family has cabins there. Did you have family members who were there at the time that this fire was approaching and tearing through the community?
My parents were in their boat. They have a cabin cruiser, and they were on the way up. Luckily, they had just left. But once we seen the fire, we headed back because we knew there was people down there. I didn't know if there was people there without a boat or if anyone needed help or what. But luckily, everyone had a way out and had their boats. But we had to go back, and you don't know. There could be someone there with trouble, needed help to get out. But as it happened, everyone got out safe. That's the main thing. But there's a lot of destruction in there.
And do you have a sense of that in terms of the destruction? Your family's cabins, the other cabins. Do you have any sense of, from what you could tell, or I guess you might be guessing at this point? But what's your sense of it?
It's no. I actually went back down this morning.
Yeah.
And we went down and took some video. And in one cove, there's 21 cabins, and there's 2 left. Everything is gone. Andrew, the best way I can describe it is like a war zone. When we were watching it yesterday, there was all these cabins use propane stoves, and you could hear propane tanks exploding. It was like bombs. I heard you talking about the war in Iraq, or the war. That's what it reminded me of. It was like a war zone.
Like a war zone. Yeah, that must be really upsetting to see. And I understand, I mean, these cabins, to you, to your family, to so many people in this small community, I mean, this connection must go way back, right?
Well, that's where I grew up. I'm 10 years old, out there with friends. They had all the cabins connected with a boardwalk. You could walk barefoot between the cabins for the most part. And we were watching it, it's all gone. And I was talking to another guy, one of the owners of one of the cabins, and we were just sat in our boat side by side, and he looked up. I looked at him and I said, I don't know what to say. What do you say? And he just looked up and he said, 25 years watching it burn. And you're helpless. I mean, you got a raging fire and you're powerless. There's nothing you can do. You're just watching it get consumed.
Now, yeah, I mean, it must have been really upsetting to see that. And when you say people that say, unfortunately, everyone got out. So, I mean, that is number one, obviously.
Yeah.
And they had to get out by boat. Is that because you couldn't get out by road, or is this only a community where you can get to and from it by boat? Can you just tell me about that?
Yes, it's a cabin area that's only accessible summertime by boat.
Okay.
Wintertime, you can access it by skidoos if the ponds are froze. So you have to cross ponds to get there. But summertime, yes, that's the only way to access it is by boat. So everyone was just grabbing what they had, and there was just no time. I know other people who were out there, speaking to them, they just grabbed their essentials and got in their boat and left. And there was no warning. You're off grid, like there's hardly any service there as well. So they left when they smelled smoke, and they come out and looked and seen the forest fire coming. I do know after that, my parents went back into the harbour and tied onto a wharf, and the Coast Guard circled in and told everyone to leave as well. But it was either you're smelling smoke and you're seeing a fire coming, which is, it's going to take a minute to set in. You see the raging forest fire; it's unbelievable. And or Coast Guard actually had to go by boat and tell people to get out. So it's.
Now, did that happen? Did that happen as best it could? Because you're talking about this is interesting situation. People are off grid, so how would they know that this is necessarily happening unless you smell the smoke? So was the Coast Guard there telling people to get out, helping people out, from what you understand?
The Coast Guard came to my parents, and when they went back into the harbour and tied up in their cabin cruiser, they came into them and told them to get out. To my knowledge, I believe most of the cabin owners who were there, luckily it was a Monday, if it was Sunday there probably would have been more around the weekend, but I believe the ones that were there already had the sense and they were already preparing, or if not left. So I didn't know. My instinct was to get in the boat and go back to see if anyone needed help. By the time I got back there personally, it was everyone was out in their boats, and there was about 15, 20 boats just watching everything burn. So, luckily, everyone got out. That is the big thing. And the wind is working in our favor right now for the communities that are accessible, or Jamestown and Winterbrook, which is across the bay from me. I can look out the window here now and see those communities. And as of today, the wind is working in our favor and blowing it away from the community. But I believe tomorrow the wind is supposed to turn, and it's going to. Hopefully, they can have it under control and don't bring it back towards the communities where everyone's houses are too. So.
Well, Ryan, I'm sorry that you kind of community's going through this, but I'm glad your folks got out and everyone got out of there. But what a rough summer it has been. Ryan, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Thank you very much.
Not a problem, Andrew. Thank you.
Ryan Pitts joined us from Cannings Cove in Newfoundland.